Hello everyone, welcome back to Dawn and Dreams. It is your lady Ms.Z. Thank you so much for tuning into another video and another ancestral bone cast. I know you guys love these. This is going to be for the month of November, but it is a timeless reading, which means that you can click on it anytime and the message may still be for you. I normally only do two sets, but today I'm going to do a third, which means they're going to be kind of condensed down a little bit for the messages. We're going to ask the spirit of our ancestors, whether they be trees, animals, or humans that walk this earth, to send us messages, and also our higher guardians to come through as well. Now, I told them to pick me a song to sing today, and surprisingly, it is about the Egun, the ancestors. So, if you would like to listen to a brief snippet of this song, you can. If not, you may fast forward to the other part of the video. But yes, we're going to go ahead and get started. So you can pick one, two, or three. Keep that in mind. One, two, or three. You pick the number that you are drawn to in the moment. If you would like to book a reading, go to dawnandreams.com. And that link will be in the description box as it always is. Okay? Medio malaria o bobo egun kawe la umba wa oni la umba wa oni awa osun awa oma lady oma lady o bobo egun kawe la umba wa oni la umba wa oni awa osun awa oma lady oma lady o bobo egun kawe la umba wa oni la umba wa oni awa osun awa oma lady oma lady o bobo egun kawe la umba wa oni la umba wa oni. Okay guys, so that was the song. I think I started in the middle and went around, but there it goes. Okay, so everyone, let's go ahead and get started with the reading. If you chose number one, we're going to go ahead and get the bones shaken up and see what the spirits have to tell us for today. Let's go ahead and lay down the foundation with the spirit of the feathers. Month of November. Let's see what messages that we need to prepare for. We got a few that's falling off. Hey. Keep close watch to your energy. Meaning, don't let things easily get to you. Remember the stories of your ancestors. This is something that fell off, so this means that something that you're not paying attention to is the story of your ancestors, so you do need to listen to those. It basically means when you have a situation that kind of goes wrong, ask yourself, what did the ancestors do to solve this situation? Rather it be meditation, rather it be go out in nature, rather it be fasting. What did the ancestors do to solve this? Okay. Bring you over just a bit there. Some of you are going to be moving into new environments that may make you uncomfortable, but you do need to have patience with this. Patience with healing as well. Patience with developing your skills as a shaman. More knowledge is actually going to come in. I feel like this is either maybe you're going to get into a program, or maybe because it's something about being able to adapt, to some certain change that's going to come in. It may be confusing at first, but it's actually something that's going to push you further in your journey. Like things may come off like confusing as to why am I having to do this, why am I being put here, and then slowly things are going to start to make sense. And it does have to do with your path as a shaman. You need to have patience also with freedom. So if you're trying to free yourself from certain obligations, such as jobs, this could be, working for others. This could be taking care of people. If you're trying to find certain freedom in that, just have patience with that, because that is working in as well. That's working itself in your life as well. Maybe not as fast as you want it, but for some reason, all these lessons are dealing with you becoming a greater healer. Sometimes you're put around certain people in order for you to heal them. So keep in mind of that. If somebody's always wanting you to be around, ask yourself, what is the reason why I'm around this person? Why did the ancestors bring this person in my life? Was it because I need to just be aggravated every day? Or is it because I'm supposed to do something for this person before I release them completely? So always think about that and see what it is that you need to accomplish with this spirit before you release it. That way that spirit won't come back around, especially if it's irritating to you, or it's causing you feel like it's causing you setback or grief or anything else. I'm seeing this is for the people that actually do offerings. You may not do offerings, but for those of you who do offerings, there needs to be some work done as far as your stability. Okay, now there is a lot of, well, let's just say this. Because of the season change, like I said before in my last video, if you were paying attention, with the seasons, a lot of times your life can affect or go through the same cycle. So right now is about planning, stability. It's about saving money. It's about making sure that you have a strong foundation. This is even against negative energies that are coming to change the flow of what you got going on. So if you were always abundant and then all of a sudden you just notice your finances lacking, you may want to look at that, because there may have been something that got into your energy that needs to be released or healed and protected. So protect your foundation, because this represents there may be some type of drought that's going to come in, and which, like I said, with the changing of the seasons, that's going to happen quite naturally. But you can always secure a good foundation where you're able to continue your studies. If you are taking up classes, you're able to continue your business and things like that. You can be stable while everything else is drying up, okay? But there needs to be some type of sacrifice that is made. I'm not talking about a little billy goat. I'm talking about either making offerings to the ancestors, doing some type of ritual work that's going to keep you protected. There's many different ways that you can do this. You can also, some people go out to the lake and make offerings. There's many different ways to do this, so you don't have to just go to your altar, but that's the simplest way to do it, okay? Cook a nice meal for your ancestors. Ask for their protection, or ask something that you can do as of service to people that the ancestors would love for you to do. That is also considered an offering in my book. So when you do something or you accomplish something for them that they needed to be done, and that also secures even more protection. And people will say, well, why do I have to do this for the ancestors? But it's just like you and me. Some things we'll do willingly, some things we'll do just because we love you, and other things we're going to do because you paying me the energy. So you have to think about that. Give your ancestors more attention, and they will give you more attention. Let's see what else we got here. I'm seeing some of you are going to have to be really, really invested in your work to keep abundance flowing. But with that, I also see some sad energy that you want to take care of. So do not drain yourself. Find a way that you can be happy while you are working, or find your way to reinvest your energy in the same things that you love to do. Because sometimes it's just being tired or being very drained in other areas, but find ways to be really invested in what you're doing. But I also see needing grounded about stability. Let's see what else you got going on here. Continue to invest in your spiritual development and your higher self, getting to know yourself. Over here, I feel like this is going into like, how can I say that? It's like there's so many spiritual words and I know none of them. But I feel like how do I explain that? Okay, put it this way. Your body and your mind, your higher self, always need you. They always need your attention. This is how your gifts stay consistent. They stay open, because anything can become clogged. You may still be able to use it, but it will always be better if your head was clear, if you weren't so stressed out, if you were able to meditate. So practice meditation. All this is about right here when it comes to your higher self. You really need to continue to do that. So if you have been exercising, if you have been eating better foods, if you have been, practicing your meditations, continue to invest in that, because I see that you're trying to get there, but you need to continue to be there, because that's where your magic comes in. That's where your answers, your intuitive energy comes in. This is going to also be a month about individuality, laying low, keeping your third eye open to notice anything that comes near you. Okay, some of you are going to be getting to a little bit closer with the unknown ancestor. This could be an ancestor dating back from 2,000 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever. This is an ancestor that is there, but you have never really, I'm not going to necessarily say you haven't heard of them, because maybe you did your research or something like that, but this is the ancient unknown ancestor that's really connecting to you about individuality, and also about tribal energy, meaning saying that you are me and I am you, and you can learn from me. This ancestor is also showing you things that you may be blind to. And I always look at it like this. This is another way to look at it. The ancestor that's further back has even more wisdom than the recent ancestor. Nothing less grand, okay? So don't say that, the ancestor that just passed away don't have as much knowledge. But Just put it this way: if they've gone further back, the further back that you can go with the ancestor, the more knowledge that they may have, the more that they can see, the more in tune they are. So look at it like that. But this ancestor is definitely protective. They're going to show you some things that you may have been blind to, rather good or bad. They're also going to speak to your individuality, helping you to recognize yourself more, even if you are, you know, the oddball, the one that never fits in. So a lot of stuff going on for you this month. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Okay. You also have the ancestor of money. I also see a grandfather, a great, it could be a great grandfather, it could be a grandfather that is surrounding your energy. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely going to feel like, even if you have been feeling left out, you're going to feel a part of something within your ancestry. And this may come out in different forms, like people asking you to be a part of group work, maybe asking you to host an event. Anything like that is actually getting you closer to, or trying to get you closer to people that may resonate with your energy a little bit more. But this is just a reminder that you are part of a tribe of ancestors. So never forget that. You also have, again, making the sacrifice to get closer to your ancestors. So like I said, if that's taking a day out and just dedicate yourself to their messages, all those things represent a connection that you're trying to make with them. So keep that in mind. You have prepare for ritual, spell work is needed. So again, prepare yourself for anything that is to come, and you will be fine. You have the old flame has not died out yet. This represents either an old lover, or it represents someone who is still is attached to old dreams. So that basically means you need to start getting things accomplished that you've had in the past that you still haven't yet. It's still on your mind. You have haters in the building. So this represents there may be some energies that are trying to, you know, distract you from your goal, but you are not to get distracted. You are to remain in your position as the leader. Okay? So I'm going to go on to number 2. Okay. Got a few. All right. So here we are again. Let's shake up the energy so the ancestors know we're on number 2. All right. So let's go on to number 2. Push you over to the side here for just a second. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened, but we back. Let's move you guys back over. Okay. So some of you are trying to escape. I see some of you are going to need to reconnect to your mother. This is not for everybody, but I just see you know, the mother spirit, and this could be in the living or in the non-living. Okay, it doesn't really matter, but this is about connecting to the mother for some of you, getting back to that energy. You also have the grandmother that's coming in as well. So a lot of stern energy. When I think of a grandmother, I think of stern wisdom energy, motherly energy coming in for you. There is a lot of things that are piled up on top of you, so I can see why there wants to be like an escape. Um, mm, yeah, there's like, it's like I'm no longer interested. I just want to be into myself. So for some of you, I just want to put that out there. Don't go down the route of secluding yourself so much that you become into like a depressed state, or you just, you know, you feel like things are just too much. It's all about organization. You know, you can never really run from your problems truly, because, you know, either way, it's still going to be there when you come home, right? So, and yeah, you are definitely going in the path of like, I don't want to be bothered with nothing. I don't want to be bothered with this. This is not working out for me. That's not working out for me. It could be a series of things, but it's just like a major lean towards separation. And this is where your spirituality is kind of going to. It's kind of putting you in a place where you just want to be separate from everything that's going on. But you actually have some good spirits working with you this month, so please pay attention. You have the ancestor of magic, and for this could mean different things for different people, because some of you may work with shamans, some of you may work with medicine women, some of you may work with witches, some of you may work with wizards. So it just depends on what goes down your lineage, so you can pay attention and dive deeper into that. But you do have generally the ancestor of magic, for those of you who chose number 2, that is trying to work with you, and it's asking you to have patience. Okay, I'm saying this in my last reading: patience with your wisdom, patience with the things that you're willing to manifest, patience with your dreams. Dreams are also messages. If you can't figure it out today, well, let the day go by, let a couple of days go by, and see if you can put those messages together a little bit later. A lot of frustration comes from not taking the time out to understand what is being told to you, because a lot of things can be avoided if you give time to the messages that are given to you. Okay, so let's bring it up here a little bit more. Because I'm still seeing a struggle with understanding your purpose of who you are. But this ancestor right here, they're all about understanding how to manifest things in your life. Not only that, but teaching you the rituals and the things that you need to do to survive this round and not let it consume you. This represents there's too much going on in your higher spirit, meaning it's expecting you on a spiritual level. It's like you got your path. It's like you got, you know, money. You got structure. You even got a couple of ancestors in there too that's trying to get to you, get messages to you. Especially one that has passed on recently is trying to come through. But it seems like they're all up in the mix of everything else. You have ancestors that actually will work with you, but it just represents, you know, honestly not seeing the value in getting all this organized in your life, because honestly it should be spaced out, but it's so far in your higher spirit. How are you even able to meditate? This represents a lot of thoughts about everything that's going on in your world. Invest more energy into clarity as to what you feel needs to go on in your life. Let's see. Okay, so she's pointing towards protection immediate protection of your energy. So one thing I like to remind people is when you are like enraged, or when you are really really sad, you know, your energies open up. Those chakras open up most definitely. So you have to stay protected, because it's definitely an open vessel to something to get into your aura, and for something to come in and affect you. Mm, mm. It's just the same thing. Look at the concept of people who are very, very sad and already depressed, and then you come and tell them, hey, you know what? Your breath stank today. And that just takes them off the edge, right? Why? Because they're already open. They already have their channels open. So it just makes them even more vulnerable to outside attacks. Look at that on a spiritual level too. If you have so much going on in your head, you can't figure it out, or you're depressed, or you kind of sit in that energy too long, you're opening yourself up even spiritually to energies to come in and make things a little bit worse for you. So it's very important that you get organized within your feelings, emotions, and the things that you have going on this month. So that way things will become more clear for you. You're going to be working with the energy of Oya, change, knocking everything down and starting again. And it's okay, because again, you want a strong foundation. So let's go ahead and get your cards, and then we're going to move on. Okay. That's funny. You got the witch doctor. And I just told you the ancestor of magic was working with you. Don't they look similar? I don't really think I got to pull anymore. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The mother is coming in. She's like, take care of yourself. There's not enough feminine energy going on. This is for men and women, okay? Feminine, and we both have feminine and masculine energy. Everybody, take care of your energy. That is so important. Get your intuitive energy together. Okay. And some of you just may have female spirit guides within your lineage. Because again, I see, again, a grandmother energy that's coming through. That's like, you know what? Here we go. So you got 5 higher forces at work, wish granted. So this represents if you're going to do any type of rituals, you have higher forces at work that are willing to help you get through this, especially with the witch doctor, which represents a healer, someone who knows how to work with herbs and medicine and things like that. Even using a feather is considered medicine. You can use it to do things in cleansing the body in your area. Okay, snake undetected. So yes, you are allowing yourself to just be, if not to say you can't be vulnerable, not to say you can't have a morning time. That's not what I'm getting at. Just make sure that you get things organized so that your intuition is spot on, you know? You have heal. So this is you needing to heal your energy. Most definitely. And again, I'm still seeing a woman's energy that surrounds you. Okay. So that was number 2. Okay, we're going on number 3. And child, my energy is getting drained. I'm glad we at the last one. I asked him, I said, can I do 3 today? And I said, give me the strength. Sometimes 3 can be hard to do. So for number 3, let's go. All right, so for number 3, the first thing I see is path. Okay, so you're making a firm decision with your spiritual path, your destiny. And for some of you, this could even go outside the skirts of spirituality, whatever your path may be, whether it be music, poetry, being an entrepreneur, whatever that may be. I see that it's going to be the main focus for you in the month of November or whenever you see this reading. Um, but you do have a strong ancestral energy dealing with the shaman that is going to be there for you along your path. So I see some of you may be doing a split. So either you're doing spirituality wholeheartedly, or you could be investing your energy in different places, but you have the assistance of someone who is able to work their magic, because a lot of these stars and big artists, they have some deep spirituality. Okay, whether it's shown or not, I do believe there are a lot of artists that have, those ancestors who work with abundance and who know how to manifest things, know how to keep negative energy off of them, know how to manifest, and you have that same ability. So just know that you do have an ancestor of magic that is working with you on your path, whether you want to go directly down the shaman path or, spiritual path or not. Okay, so that is there for you. And the reason why I say that too is because it's by the feather of sacrifice, which basically means that you're gonna basically postpone other things for this, for a dream, for something that you're really invested in, to walk your own path. So basically putting other things to the side so that you can focus on what you want to focus on. So got a good things. Let's see here. Hmm. You do have an ancestor here that's actually trying to point you in the right direction. They are offering protection, but they are also offering you to see things in the way that they see them. So some of the thoughts that you may experience may not be your own. Okay, you may say, "Why did I think about that?" or "Why did I see certain signs?" It's because this ancestor is speaking to you within the things that you do or the things that you're a part of. So don't hesitate to ask for ancestors' help, because it may come just within the next thought. It can happen like that. Hmm. Okay, for some of you, I see a dad's energy. This could be in the living or in the non-living. Also a grandfather's energy. Strong masculine energy in this reading. The masculine energy, or it could be representation of a father, is coming to show you to have strength and don't lose faith in the things that you want for yourself. Really pushing you towards keeping your faith and your strength and your energy. Like, you can do it. You can continue on this path. You will be successful eventually. Don't give up on yourself. I still see a lot of good things coming for you. There's going to be a lot of freedom within the mind mentality. You're going to get answers to some unanswered questions. I see abundance surrounding change. So when the change comes in, you're going to have abundance following. So things are going to be moving in the right direction for you. It's going to come between sacrifice and patience, meaning as the change is coming, it's just like cleaning up your house, okay? As you're cleaning up your house, you're starting to see progress. And then once your house is fully clean, you start to decorate that house. And now it becomes something that is rewarding to you. It becomes a sacred space. So as things slowly start to change for you, the abundance will start to show. You'll start to understand why things were moved away from you or moved closer to you. You're at a completion of cycle right now. You're in the number 6. So you're definitely at a completion in a lot of things. So there are a lot of things to be proud of. I'm seeing some book reading, some storytelling, some listening. Some of you guys are maybe looking at documentaries. That is important because you have the ancestor of stories coming out. This always represents someone who needs to learn things through stories, or actually hearing them or talking to an elder. It's like they're saying, I got some unknown wisdom in this. You don't see the value in this wisdom yet, but you will. And the important thing about that is, I found on my journey that even if I learn something and I don't use it at this very moment, it does not mean I won't use it later. So learn the stories, take the time out. You know, if you put a book down, pick it back up, learn. You know, things are given to you for a reason. They didn't come to you, you know, just because. Even if you skip over some things, still get the gist of what information is being provided to you, because you never know, you're going to need that information later. So just so you know, if you've been receiving some information and you can't use it at this moment, that don't mean you never will. Because they're showing that you're not seeing the value in some of the information that you may be receiving, or you may look at it like, well, this is not really the path that I want to go down, but you never know. So let's see what else is coming towards you. To come out. Funny, I said the elder, the man, and he actually came out. Cool. This tells me that, you know, even though you may struggle through certain things, everything is going to be okay. Elders and chiefs, you know, the reason that they are that is because they went through so much. They're willing to go through these type of things and initiations so that they can learn and become more knowledgeable. The king is that dominant energy that everybody needs to be grounded and also to be reassured that everything is going to be okay. So you carry that energy with you. You are to be the holder of the family always. I know a lot of us don't have, like, you know, tribes and things that we're looking out for, but you do have a family, and your family is your tribe. And that includes if you have friends too, but mainly your family. You are the guardian of that family. So remember that you are given strength in this arena, because it is to remind you that even through trials and tribulations, you still have to be strong and know that you can survive that, because you do have, you know, other family members that are following up behind you. This is a reminder that you are part of a tribe, even if you feel indifferent. Okay, you also have a mother as well. This could be grandmother, great-grandmother, or for some of you, mother. Okay. So they're just being mindful. Number one, they watch out for what's ahead. So pay attention to your dreams. This is a great way to connect to the ancestors and things that are coming. This is just like, hey, you know, watch out for what's ahead. And if you can't, we'll do that for you, but we need to be able to get messages to you. So pay attention. Yeah, you have hidden. This represents a spirit guide. This also comes in the form of an animal. Yeah, definitely in the form of an animal. So you have animal spirit guides that are coming in like, hey, we letting you know that there may be some stuff that is unseen to you that you need to pay attention to. Okay. Oh, yeah. You definitely going to be working with dreams and also visions. You have sights, visions, past, present, and future. So please, please, please pay attention to the things that you see. This will keep you from, you know, falling in a trap. I guess is what I was trying to say. Falling in a trap in the future. So just pay attention to the things that you see. You have earthly connection, money, and security. So that is there for you. That is going to be stabilizing itself within this month. You also have deep trauma holds me. So release anything that is holding your energy back so that you can be completely prosperous. But I told you that things are going to start moving out of the way for you. But also, again, pay attention to the things that you see. Your sights, your vision. Pay attention to what's ahead. The giraffe can always alert other animals to know what's ahead because they're always observing and watching out. So use that sights and visions. All right, guys, so this was the longest reading ever. I thought it was going to be short, but I guess not. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you were able to hang out this long. We thank the ancestors for coming in today and the spirits of these bones, representation of animals, trees, any ancestor that was here before us, and our greater elders. All right, guys, peace out, and you have a great and wonderful day.